Hey, so I wanted to do makeup that was inspired by the planets. I guess I'll walk you through that whole thought process as I'm putting my makeup on. So it's kind of like a get ready with me, but not really. So I already have my transition shades on, and I'm going into matte soot with a kind of fluffy brush, and I think I want to make this into a kind of half cut crease. So I'm going to be depositing most of the color on this outside area and then working my way in when there's less product on the brush. So I got this idea off a band that I'm currently listening to, and they are called Sleeping at Last, which sounds kind of emo. But they have this one album where they just made a song for every planet in our solar system, and I thought that was such a cool thing. So I kind of want to do that with makeup too. I'm going to be basing my looks off of how the planets actually look like. So when I'm looking for Mercury, I'm getting this grayish planet with like silvery flecks on it, and on the NASA website they have something a little bit different, which is these bright blues with gold. So I kind of want to do everything with all three of them in there. So I'm thinking of like a silvery gray cut crease and maybe putting some gold and silver, gold and blue as accent colors. This is actually kind of hard to build up. I feel like soot isn't the easiest color to work with just because it is so matte, but it's not like a nice matte either. It's kind of patchy, and I don't think it's the most easy to work with. What I'm saying is it's not like Sugar Pills mattes where it's like creamy and buttery and just like a dream to blend. This is like, as you can see, it's getting pretty patchy over here, and I'd like to think I'm somewhat good with blending. But yeah, the reason I'm using this is just because I haven't seen a color like this before, and this is also the only grayish shade that I have in my collection. So I'm using the brush that I put my transition shade on, and I'm just blending out the edges with no additional product on my brush. Okay, so we're kind of getting somewhere. I'm also going to take a little bit of Force of Nature from the Tartelette palette and putting that on my brush and just trying to blend that out a little more, because I notice it's not blending out as much as or as well as I would like to. So we might need a little help with that. So I'm going to take a clean blending brush now, and I'm going into Free Spirit, which is what I use for my transition shade, and just trying to blend this area out a little more. Okay, I think that's kind of decent for now. So I'm going back into a smaller, not going back, but I'm using a smaller blending brush, and I'm packing Soot onto this brush and just adding more around this area. Maybe I should have used the smaller brush to begin with, because I feel like I'm getting much better, or like it's not as patchy. I guess brushes do matter. And then I'm going to use my other bigger blending brush to blend that out. Then I'm going back into Soot, and I'm bringing it into my inner corner, or towards my inner corner. Does this happen to anyone else where you kind of get like, I don't know, it just doesn't really blend out because of my eye shape, and there's like little wonky shapes inside of it? Now that I have this, I'm going to be taking some concealer and just carving out, is that what it's called, carving out? Carving out my crease? Cutting my crease? And the concealer I'm using is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Custard. So I'm using the edge of my brush to just carve out that shape over here. And I am keeping a pretty heavy amount of product on my brush just because that's going to help us get that really nice and clean line. When I get to this little part over here, I'm just going to take my finger and blend out that concealer very carefully. And I'm also going to go in with a clean finger and tap off the excess product. And now would also be a good time to wipe those fingers off, just in case I accidentally wipe my face with it. So for my blue, I'm going to be using Vega from the Urban Decay Moondust palette. And I'm taking a flat brush and just packing this color on the outside part of the cut crease. And for the silver, I'm using Motives Cosmetics Platinum Shadow, which looks like this. And I'm taking this on a flat brush as well and packing that on the lid. I'm trying to get a little blend going on here, but it doesn't seem to be blending out all that well. I'm going to be going back into Vega, trying to blend these two out a little more. Actually, I'm going to be going back and forth between both brushes. Then I'm going back into Soot with my smaller brush and just touching up the outer corner here. I'm just going to put on my winged liner and clean up this little shadow over here, and I'll be back. So I think this turned into an accidental cut crease from the winged liner, because it's not so much like fuzzy anymore, I think. I don't know what this is called. So with a smaller pencil brush, I am once again taking Soot, putting that on the lower lash line, and I'm stopping right about two-thirds of the way in, with most of my product focused on this outer corner. And then I'm taking my slightly bigger blending brush and just blending that out. And then I'm going into my Sugar Pill Little Twin Stars palette into Twinkle Twinkle, and I'll be using this as an inner corner highlight. And I'm also going to be dragging it into that inner third. And I have a little eyelash on my face. I'm putting this color on pretty heavily. Okay, and I think this will be it for the eye look. So I'm going to curl my lashes, put on mascara, and I'll be showing you how that looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks like with curled lashes and mascara. And I'm also doing a little thing where I'm taking my gel liner, and this is with not so much product on the brush, and I'm trying to more so fill in between the lashes to get more of a contrast. Well, that actually looks really bad. Okay, so I'm going to take my little pencil brush and try to smudge that out. Okay, so if you're going to be recreating this, maybe just don't go all the way in like I did over here, and I would more so leave it around the middle, so from the outer corner to the middle, and I would stop right about here, just because I think it looks a little too harsh. So yeah, I think it looks a lot better on this eye. And I'm also going to take some black shadow, just the tiniest little bit on the same brush, and wiggling it in right over here. And this way I'm kind of connecting the eyeliner to the bottom of the waterline. So this is how it looks with just mascara and curled lashes, and I'm gonna put some lashes on. And this is how it looks with lashes on. I think these are the House of Lashes. Darn. I think they're Spellbound lashes, I can't be certain, but I'm like 60% sure. Okay, so uncomfortable close up here. Mercury has these kind of craters, I think. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but I practiced a few on my hand and they kind of look like this. Wait, there we go. Yeah. So they kind of look like this. So I'm going to be doing that as freckles, I guess, like I normally do. So I'm using Urban Decay's. Whoa. This just got super gunked up. Okay, I just want to show you this for a moment. This is how my Urban Decay eyeliner looks like, and all of this white thing over here is like coagulated eyeliner. I guess it was all just like stuck to this like inside over here, and it just decided to pop up. So yeah, I'm just gonna trash that. Oh, and I got like a little dangler here too. This eyeliner gets so gross. Okay, so as I was saying before, I'm going to recreate those little craters as freckles on my face. Oh man, I feel like I already messed up. So I'm going to very carefully draw an X, or like little asterisks, I guess. So once I'm done those longer ones, I'm going to create more in the middle. But these are going to be shorter. And I'm just going to repeat that all over my face. Not all over, but as little freckles. I think I'm just going to stick to about 3 on each side. I'm also going to make the placement kind of symmetrical because I find that that kind of just looks better. Oh no. So once these little craters are done, I'm just going to add a few dots for interest. So I think the way that these kind of look best is that, not best, but like I guess more cohesive is I'll just draw or dot on a few sporadic ones. Next to some of them, I'll draw them in little clusters like this. I don't know how I feel about this one. It might be a little too much, but whatever. I already did it, so put one on top of my pimple right there. My hand is so tired from holding this mirror up. Okay, I do like how this side turned out a little more, so I guess err on the side of less stars slash dots slash freckles. Okay, and for my lip, I'm just going to go in with gloss because that's what I've been really liking lately. So the one I'm using is Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb. I very much feel like I'm unnecessarily being extra and like trying to line my lips with a freaking lip gloss that is like my lips but better. Okay, so I'm hoping to be uploading a different planet every other day, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in 2 days maybe. Bye!